Hello and welcome guys, and welcome to this vlog. In this particular video guys, we are going to discuss 5 important changes which have been introduced by the syllabus 2022 in your audit subject. Intermediate audit, which is of 50 marks, clubbed with company accounts, and it has been ever so in the earlier syllabus as well. But now certain important things have been introduced in your old syllabus, in the syllabus 2016, to add on some relevant things which are very important from a regulatory perspective. So all these things have been added in your syllabus, and in this particular video I'm going to go through the additions which have been made in your new syllabus. So how would this video be relevant to us, guys? This video will particularly be relevant for the students who have studied the old syllabus 2016, but now they are wanting to convert themselves into the new syllabus and want to give the audit subject into the new syllabus. Okay, so if you're wanting to do that, no need to take fresh classes, or no need to buy new books or something like that. You take your old books, you take your old material, and you add on these topics to your old material, and that will suffice for the new syllabus 2022 also. So these are the 5 important changes which have been brought by the syllabus 2022 in your audit subject. 50 marks, paper number 12B in the old syllabus, but paper number 10B in the new syllabus. New syllabus means syllabus 2022. And of course guys, to my hunch feeling and to my experience of giving all these 3 professional examinations, I've seen that the topics which have been recently introduced in the first attempt of the examination, which is June 2023, those topics will definitely occur in your examination. The chances are more. So I'm not predicting the question paper of June 23. No, I'm not doing that. But still, the chances of these topics coming in the examination are high for June 23, because these are newly introduced topics which are there in syllabus 2022 versus syllabus 2016. So this is another benefit of knowing what are the new topics which have been introduced in June 2023 attempt, the syllabus 2022. This is another benefit which you'll derive for the students who are giving their attempt in June 2023. They will be able to actually prioritize these topics over other topics, because for sure examiner will be very lured to give these topics in the examination. Alright, so yes guys, these are the 5 things which have been newly introduced by the Institute of Cost Accountants of India for your new syllabus audit. CMA Intermediate Audit, paper number 12B, convert into paper number 10B. Alright, first and foremost things guys, auditing standards. So in your earlier syllabus, auditing standards were very limited to only a few auditing standards. Auditing standards were not much in your earlier syllabus, but now auditing standards have been introduced. Again, not in detail, not in length. Please don't get confused. Only the relevant names, and only few of them have been introduced in detail. Relevant name of auditing standards. So auditing standards, 3 types of auditing standards have been introduced. Auditing of review engagements where particularly audit is not required to be done, but it's only a review. So there's a difference between audit and review. So when you just have to review an engagement, what will be the standard which you need to follow? What will be the protocols which you need to follow? That is the first kind of standards which have been introduced. Second is assurance engagements. Assurance means where you are conducting your proper audit, all the procedures are in detail being conducted. Over there, what are the standards which you need to follow? And third is related services. If there are certain other miscellaneous services which are to be performed, not audit, not review, but some other related service like certification, some turnover certificate is required to be given to any regulatory authority or something like that. Then what are the standards which are applied in your auditing? Again, I'm repeating, only the names of these standards. So review engagement, there are several standards. Okay, assurance engagement, there are several standards. Related services, there are several standards. Only the names have been introduced, and only a few of them have been discussed in detail. Like one of them which has been discussed in detail is audit risk, assessment of audit risk. This is a auditing standards which has been introduced in little detail. Alright, so this is the first change which we have seen in our audit syllabus. Guys, earlier only certain auditing standards, purely auditing standards, not these standards, but purely auditing standards were there. That too in a very small proportion. Only names were introduced, but now they've introduced many other standards as well. All right. Next is audit risk. Now, audit risk has ever been part of your syllabus, but this time they have introduced audit risk in a very detailed manner. So, assessment of audit risk. How would audit risk be assessed? Earlier, only types and meaning of audit risk was there in our syllabus, but now assessment of audit risk has also been introduced. So yes, an easy topic, but a detailed discussion on audit risk has been introduced. Then certain case studies have been introduced with respect to the audit risk. Next one is about controls. Now, this is the latest development, guys, in the Companies Act, the regulatory framework. This is a latest edition which has been introduced. It's not a few months old, it's a few years old, but still this is a new thing which has been introduced. Internal controls. Now, Companies Act have mandatorily required the auditors to comment on the internal controls which are existing in an organization. Now, there are two kinds of controls: internal financial controls and internal controls over financial reporting. So an entire topic, an entire section has been introduced on this particular thing, which according to me was absolutely essential, because this is need of the hour. Every company is facing this. Every company requires to comply with these provisions. So absolutely an essential thing to be introduced in audit, which is a brilliant step by the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. So yes, internal financial controls, IFC and IC over FR. Financial reporting is FR. In short, it's known as IFC, IC over FR. This is the topic. The next one is audit sampling. Guys, this is a new topic which has been introduced. Earlier, audit sampling was not part of your syllabus. We used to mention about audit sampling, while teaching somewhere or the other, but in detail it was not there, but now it has been introduced in detail. Audit sampling, concept, benefits and types. This is a topic which has been introduced in detail in the new syllabus 2022. So audit sampling, and last is some miscellaneous topics have been introduced, some small topics like audit in technology. How would audit be relevant in technological environment where everything runs automatically? In those situations, how will audit runs? Audit in technology. Audit trail. How would trail of audit go? Trail means if I change an accounting entry from my financial books, would I be able to know about it? That is audit trail. So whether I'll be able to map the trail or not, that's another thing which has been introduced. And NFRA, it's an authority which regulates the reporting framework in the country. Duties, functions of NFRA are introduced in your syllabus. So yes, guys, these were the five major editions which have been introduced in your audit syllabus 2022. Purpose of video is very clear, that if you are giving your attempt in syllabus 2022, then please expect some questions from these topics, because these have been recently introduced, and of course these topics are latest and new, so they will be relevant for you in your examination, which is upcoming in June 2023. And for students who unfortunately would not be able to give December 2023, they will be benefited by these particular five things. They just catch up on these things and they are done with their revision, with their preparation. So yes, that's all for this particular video. We'll be meeting in our subsequent video. Till that time, all the very best and happy studying.